night time, the moon is so bright. Animals we turn into, but it only happens when I'm with you, babe. You be scratching by and got you howling at me when I...
What is up, everyone? It is your girl, Logan, and Trey here.
My name's Trey.
Anyway, what's up, y'all? So, we just gonna get right into it, because we already know. We did not have a podcast up last Sunday.
It ain't my fault.
And honestly, I ain't got no excuse. But we just amateurs, and we gotta do better.
She did.
So, from now on, we gonna make sure we try to get one up. Turn your phone off. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank y'all. We're gonna try to get one up every Sunday for you guys, okay? Okay? We're gonna do it. But how are you, babe? Okay, anyway. You had a good day today? Just answer the question. Like a normal person, please.
It was okay. You know how people's voices go from high to low like that.
And when people start doing that, that's when you kind of like tune out and you're like, okay, that's
it was okay. I really had a good day today.
Okay,
I enjoyed myself.
Anyways. Now, you know what's funny? I feel like we never told y'all like where we are when we were recording. So, like, we have this extra room in our house. Mm-hmm. And we call it the bonus room.
Bonus.
And eventually, we will be recording these podcasts. But right now, we're literally just sitting on the floor.
Yep.
With my iPhone.
Yep.
And talking.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks a little bit better in here now because we got the TV mounted on the wall. But, you know, we have, like, no furniture. We have, like, no real curtain over this window. It's just like a...
blanket.
Like
a shawl.
It's like a... I don't even know. It does look like a shawl, but it's not. It's real ratchet in here. So until we kind of get our lives together, we ain't gonna really show y'all too much. But
and I'm naked right now.
No, please stop. That's very inappropriate. He is not naked. That is nasty. But anyway, you know what? We just we have to tell them. If you did tune into our podcast number 2, this is number 3. God dang, I did not tell them. This is podcast number 3. Tres. Okay, anyway, if you tuned into our last podcast, which was number 2, That Kind of Love. God dang, I ain't say what kind of podcast, the name of it, which number. I told y'all we amateurs. But anyway.
She amateur.
Our last podcast, at the end, we posed the question, did anybody know or could guess how long Trey and I broke up? If you remember, Trey said we broke up twice.
Mm-hmm.
We did.
That was in 2014.
Oh, well, he better than me. I don't remember none of that.
It was 2 years in.
So, I think it's funny because I don't even call it a breakup because I'm just about to get into it. We broke up for 10 days. Between the 2 times we broke up. The first time it was what?
3 days.
3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next time it was a week.
See, sometimes you just got to let some people know when they not acting right. You got to let them know that this ain't going to be for sure. Right?
The thing is, he wasn't acting right, and yet he broke up with me.
That was you. Because I remember the reason why I broke up with you is because we was at church one day and you had an attitude.
That's not.
And this was back.
We did not break up.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
But this was part of the reason. I never told you this.
But you remember that time you had an attitude? I ain't like it.
So we was at church. This was around the time where I was continuously correcting Logan in all her shenanigans. Logan had an attitude problem. Logan really used to have an attitude problem, and I'm not going to take long on this. But basically, we was at church. She had an attitude at church, and I'm like, man, it's Jesus in here. How can you have an attitude right now?
Because you made me mad. Like, it don't change nothing.
And like I thought I heard the voice of God saying, she's not the one, my brother.
And the thing is, he is so serious right now, y'all. He is so serious. Like, he is not joking right now. He legit is telling you his exact thoughts.
I really thought I heard it. I was in the house of God, and she it must have been the devil trying to get in her spirit. But I was like, you know
No,
what?
the devil was in your spirit, not mine.
But I thought God said, you know, she's not the one. And so with a little bit, this is big. With a little bit of education, I educated myself on relationships and the word. And God, this is for another podcast. This may be for next week. But God don't pick your mates. I'm letting you know that right now. Yeah. God don't pick your mates. If he were to pick your mate or pick your wife or your husband and y'all got a divorce, you can blame it on God, and God don't make mistakes. So God basically puts different people in front of you and he allows you to pick. So let me just throw that out there.
And I was about to escalate real quick, but that's a whole other topic.
That's a whole other topic.
He is absolutely right. And that's just something I had to let him figure out, and I can't just tell him that.
But I'm glad you was patient.
Because then I just look like a hater, and it was bad. Yeah. But anyway,
so
literally we broke up for 10 days out of 6 years. You guys, we've been together for 6 years and only broke up for 10 days.
That's pretty good.
And mind you, we spoke all those 10 days.
Yep. She couldn't get enough of me.
No, you couldn't. You broke up with me. It was calling me.
I had to ask you something. Yeah. You stayed on the phone.
What'd you have to ask?
I forgot. It was a continuous question.
Oh my God. Okay, anyway, it lasted for 10 days. It was a 10-day question.
Yep, you didn't answer.
Okay, anyway. We're about to get right into this, and the title for
the title what we're gonna talk about
for today's topic is what kind of love you need.
What kind of love you need? You need.
What kind of love you need?
You gotta put the emphasis on you.
Yeah, you need.
What kind of love do you need?
And we're gonna discuss the 5 love languages. There might be more, but I feel like there's only really 5 that matter, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But we're going to get into this. I'm going to just name them off real quick, and then we're going to get more depth into what they are.
Depth, not death.
Whatever. Anyway.
Pronunciate.
Anyway. Well, the first one is words of affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one is acts of service.
Mm-hmm.
And then another one is receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch.
Touch.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, touch.
Boom, 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 touch. We're going to call that Omarion, okay?
Yeah, no,
we're going to call it Omarion. But anyway, I mean, if y'all not familiar with these things, these 5 love languages will tremendously help your relationship. I mean, they're basically cheat codes. Like, they really are. And knowing these early into your relationship will be helpful. Unlike Trey and I, it was a lot of trial and error.
Yes.
a lot of trial and error. So, we're going to give y'all these to kind of give y'all those cheat codes. You ain't got to go on Google and type in a whole bunch of nonsense to get these codes. We're going to give them right to you.
Right there.
Right to you. All right, so we're going to start with
the first. Easy payment of $3.99. 3 easy payments.
Plus tax.
Plus tax.
So that's $20 plus shipping and handling.
Yeah. And my shipping and handling is a little expensive because I handle that shipping.
Sure. Anyway, so we're going to get to the first one, words of affirmation. All of these are pretty much simple. They're, what we call it is what it is. So basically, this love language expresses love through words. So just verbal compliments. So if I see Trey walking around, I'd be like, babe, 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 I like your socks. Your socks cute.
Yeah, I wasn't
Ooh, I like your socks.
I thought it was going to say
little stuff like that. Or Trey, like, what would you say, Trey?
For you or for what?
No, why would you give yourself a verbal compliment? Give me one.
That sounds...
But it's for me.
Oh, okay. Dang, girl, that donk looking real... Let me...
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, so basically like that. It's very simple. Just simple little compliments. I mean, like, hey, babe, I really liked how you cooked breakfast today. Or I like the outfit you wearing today. Or you look really nice on your way to work. Little simple verbal compliments will go a long way for people who like that.
And this is something I actually wanted to make myself remember in the beginning of our relationship. Because I know, people be like, after a while, you lose certain things and all that stuff. So I made sure I told myself, I was like, okay, make sure you tell Logan, she's beautiful, she's pretty, very often. And, to this day, do you feel like I still do it?
And you do. You still do.
Okay.
I like it. It's nice.
But is that something that you like, words of affirmation?
I mean, yeah. I guess.
Oh, okay. So it's not.
Yeah.
So with these words of affirmations, basically, you can be more than one, right? So this isn't anything like that. It can be more than one or whatnot. So yeah, never mind. Sorry.
Never mind. Sorry. You guys, he's apologizing because he's always getting ahead of himself.
Yeah.
But yes, he is correct. You can be more than one. But we're going to get into that a little bit later. So the next one we're going to talk about is acts of service. And this love language expresses itself by doing things that you know your spouse would like. So, for instance, Trey he's a little bit more of this than I am. He's more of if he comes home, he doesn't like to see clutter. Neither do I, but he's more so of like, babe, like when you come home, you could have did the dishes, or you could have folded the clothes, or things like that. I'm more of like, it'll get done when it get done. I don't like it, but it'll get done. So basically just doing things that you know your partner will like. So for me, say I made Trey mad the other day, and I get home before he gets home every day anyway. I would come home and I would just clean the room, make the bed, and put all the clothes up. Because I know that would make him happy when he got home. Basically, that's literally all it is. I'm trying to think for me it would be...
Well, I tried to do that Tuesday, but...
What?
With the jacket.
That's the acts of service. That's a different one. That's
not. That's
more of a
okay.
gift.
Yeah,
so for me personally, that wouldn't really work per se, because unless I gave him a specific task and I would like him to do it, but
because sometimes I like try to make the bed for you and you be like, we gonna get it messy either way.
Well, I like it. I like walking into the room and seeing the bed made, but that does nothing for me. It doesn't make me go, ooh, babe, ooh, you made the bed. I'm like, okay, I'm about to lay on this mug. I don't care. Anyway, and that's pretty much what it is. The next one would be receiving gifts. Mm-hmm. It's exactly what it says. It's not necessarily materialistic, but it just means that your meaningful and thoughtful gifts makes them feel appreciated and loved. The first go-to thing is literally just getting gifts. Like Trey was just saying the other day, he bought me a jacket, and I absolutely loved it. But I was like, this is great. Where does money come from? That was literally my first thought. But I did love my jacket and I appreciated it. And then you have the other spectrum where it's like, what do you like, Trey? Y'all, I don't even know what he likes. Cause this is him written all over. He loves gifts. I can come home with anything that is specifically for him, and he will be happy. Mm-hmm. So, and even like little things, like even for instance, a typical gift-giving holiday would be Christmas. Trey, yes, he loves getting shoes and clothes like that, but he would also prefer like a handwritten poem or like a nice picture or collage or something that I actually made with my own hands and thoughts and things like that. So. Yeah.
I like that. So, yeah. I almost got ahead of myself again. You're right.
You guys, we literally have the layout of this podcast written in front of us, and yet he still is trying to jump all over the place.
I do what I want.
Clearly, you do whatever the hell you want to. But read. You clearly don't want to read. Anyway, then the next one would be quality time. This love is about undivided attention. Like no TVs, no phones, and any other distractions. Actually, this is a really good one because this is the one where people usually don't understand it. Quality time is not you just sitting on the couch next to me doing work. It can be a part of quality time, but that's not really what it is. This is about no distractions. We're actually having conversation. You're being attentive and listening. And this is mine. Like, this is where I'm at right now. I'm definitely a quality time person. If I know that you're sitting there and you're not distracted and your thoughts and mind and focus is on me, we good. And Trey hates it. He absolutely hates it.
It just baffles me because sometimes she'll be like, let's spend time together. I'm thinking, okay, well, what we want to talk about or whatnot. And she just literally sits there and just watches TV, and I'm like,
No,
what are we
I
doing
don't.
here?
I do like having, no, your thing is you don't like sitting still for a long period of time. And I'm the opposite. I can just sit still and do nothing. So I'm just like, hey, let's just sit. And we can have conversations and talk like we always do. But I just don't need you doing other things besides what we're supposed to be doing together. And that's where the confusion lies. People, in most relationships, actually a lot of people, I don't get this a lot, but from experience and with my friends and things like that, a lot of people complain about usually the guys. Now there are some guys who really do like quality time, but usually there are some guys who are so caught up on work that they don't understand that just because you're in a house with your girl don't mean y'all spending quality time together. If you playing the game and she's sitting next to you like, hey, can we have conversation or some type of interaction, that's not quality time because you at home. Like, that's not the same thing. You have to give undivided attention where you're not distracted or focused on another thing taking over, well, another thing being priority over the person you are with at the time.
And to serve an example, fellas, because I do this too, this ain't quality time either. So when your girl talking to you or your wife talking to you and she keep on talking and tell you about her day and you like, what? No.
Your cued responses.
Oh, for real?
Oh, that's
Dang,
crazy.
not my baby. They gonna do that to my baby.
That's crazy.
So that's not spending quality time. Trust me, it's not. Cause she gonna be like,
What I said.
you remember Brandy?
Who?
Who is Brandy?
We just had a whole conversation.
No, you didn't. You're lying.
That's usually how it goes. But you guys, quality time is about undivided attention. Being present in the moment. Being present is all that is all about.
Well, you see how she going hard on this one because it's hers.
I'm telling you, that's mine. That's mine. And then last but not least, we got physical touch.
The Omarion.
Physical touch. Boom, 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 touch. Boom, 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 touch. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, anyway. But literally, it's not just about that type of physical touch, you guys. It's literally just about holding hands, like kissing, hugging, like anything minor. And we're not talking about just like being out in public and being like all over each other or anything like that. But literally just walking and like holding hands and things like that is completely fine. People like that. As you say, I said people.
I'm going to tell you, fellas.
I'm cool on it, but it's not necessity.
Again, I'm going to go towards my fellas on this one. I'm going to show you how you work it, all right? So it's one day whenever you and your lady, you at church. And y'all sit on. Okay, we're not at church. Okay. Maybe it's bad.
That's why you feel. Where are you going with this? When y'all at church?
Well, okay, I couldn't think of any other place where you sit down or whatnot. Movies. Okay, whatever. Y'all sitting next to each other. This is what you do. This is the trick right here. This get them every time. So you sitting next to her. What you do is you actually start moving your hand towards her arm, and you basically slide your hand down her arm to her hand. And then grip locks with the hand. Woo-wee! Boy.
First of all,
no, I got to show y'all. That's the thing. Yeah, it don't sound right. It just don't sound right. But if you see
it sounds fine, but it wasn't nothing. You said nothing. You just said, when you're sitting next to them, grab their hand.
No, it's not that. It's the process. You got to go from the mid-forearm, slide down to the hand, but you can't like put all your fingers on her forearm. It just got to be a few fingers and gently touch her as you sliding down, and do like that. Now, if she got a whole bunch of lotion on, it may not work the way you want it to.
Oh my goodness!
So, but I'm telling you that tingly feeling, boy, I tell you, she gonna buy you some juice when you get home.
Some juice.
You want some juice?
No, I don't want no juice.
You want some juice?
Anyways. That's all 5 that we're gonna talk about.
Why we cough at the same time?
Be yourself. Be yourself. But anyway, and we just let y'all know this is not a compatibility conversation because you do not have to have the same love language as your partner, and that's completely fine. It's just a matter of figuring out which ones you are. At least. If you can figure yourself out, then you can communicate that to the other person.
Mm-hmm.
for Trey, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna tell each other what their love language is, and we're gonna see if it's right. Y'all, don't judge us. It might be wrong, but that's not the point of this exercise.
We still working on it after 6 years. We change.
Okay,
People change.
Okay, you go first, Trey. Which ones? And you can be more than one. We should have told y'all that. You can be more than one. For the most part, people are probably all of them, but there's always one that is more prominent than the others type situation. But you can be more than one. Absolutely.
So
go.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna name it, and then I'm gonna name on a scale of 1 through 5 how which one is the most that you are. Right. So her number one thing would be quality time. That's number 5, with 5 being the most important because, she wants to make sure I'm spending time with her because, every single time I tell her I'm on the way home, she gets excited. She's actually happy.
First of all,
so on and so forth.
Don't make it sound like a
This
dog.
is mine.
Okay, go.
Let me talk.
Okay.
So every single time she get home, I'm telling her I'm coming home. She's happy. Her voice changes. So that's the number one. That's
Moving
top
on.
5. The next thing I would say is, I would give acts of service maybe a 2 for her, because it's only when she asks me to do certain things, and she wants me to do it. That's the thing. It ain't. She not really, like I said, making up the bed. Try to do sweet stuff for her like that. She just see it and be like, oh, I guess he feel like making up the bed. I guess he just wanted to make the bed this morning. Let me go ahead and get in here. I took the sheets under. Let me go ahead and rip this thing up. Then I would say next is receiving gifts. I'm gonna say receiving gifts is 3.8. And I say 3.8 because she's not real big on receiving gifts, but she does like it. If you be like, babe, let's go buy you some shoes, she be like, bet. I'm gonna find out the shoes that I want to buy. But it's not the most important to her.
It's not. Yeah, it's not gonna make me love you even more because you bought me something. You can buy me nothing and I'll be fine.
Yeah. So diamonds and stuff, all this stuff is good. But it's not something that's like, oh my gosh, Trey, you're so amazing.
I'm like, where does money come from?
Yeah. What else is there? Words of affirmation. You too confident, so you don't really need. You don't really need that.
It's you can tell me, but I know.
Babe, you look nice. She'll be like, thank you. But if somebody else be like, oh, girl, I like that, she'll be like, I know. I know.
That is so accurate.
Facts.
Straight facts.
So I'm going to give words of affirmation a -1 because she's on the other side. And physical touch. Nah.
Okay, don't do me like that. Okay, you know me. If I'm in my moods, I'm like, let's do all that. But other than that, I'm like, it's hot. Get up off me.
Because I remember in the beginning, I'm just silly. I'm silly and touchy. In the beginning, she was like, why you on me? Why you over here?
All this space and you right up under me.
You used to say that too. All this couch over here, you right up on me.
Dang, it's hot.
Yeah, so that's her list. Her funky list.
The top one would be quality time. And then acts of service.
Yep. Receiving gifts would be 3rd.
Words of affirmation
4th, and then physical touch.
That's right. That's good job. Good job.
I did good.
Yeah. You know me.
Yeah.
You know me. And yet you follow those.
I don't.
The
only thing I probably do is quality time a little bit.
Yeah, you got better.
Yeah, because I'm a busybody, like she said. But
super busy.
This stuff hard sometimes.
Okay, my turn. Wow. First of all, you guys, Trey is all of these. Okay, he's all of them. So we're gonna start off. I want to say words of affirmations will be at the top. He doesn't know it, but he does like to be told that he's doing a good job, that he looks nice, and that you're proud of him. He's literally like a little doggy. So, good boy. Good boy. You want Scooby snack? Scooby snack? Yeah. Yeah. He's over here smiling because he wants a Snoopy snack.
That's why you couldn't even pronounce it.
A Scooby snack. You know what I mean.
You want a Snoopy
Okay,
snack.
so words of affirmation. Okay, receiving gifts. Oh my gosh, he loves receiving gifts.
No, it ain't
Yes,
like
you
that.
Trey.
When the last time you got me something that I was really excited?
Them shoes,
What shoes?
the Air Forces.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
Trey. Don't play stupid with
yeah.
me. Don't play with me.
Yeah, I was excited.
He likes gifts. So anything new, he's like googly eyes, like in love with it.
By the way, if y'all are wanting to
Christmas gifts,
gifts, any gifts that y'all willing to, y'all want to see me excited, go ahead and give me some gifts.
Okay, so we got words of affirmation, and then receiving gifts, physical touch. Honestly, all three of these are like the tops. Like literally, like this physical touch. And to be honest, most guys are just physical touch. If you touch them any kind of way, they're like, "Oh, this is awesome." So, physical touch. Oh, this is awesome. Like, no, literally, that's what I just came in here and hugged you, and you were like, Were you sitting here?
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. So.
No, it was,
It wasn't a special hug.
yeah,
Like,
it was the way you hugged me.
Exactly. Physical touch.
You squeezed me a little bit.
Exactly.
Squeeze me a little bit more than
Physical
I used to.
touch. And then I guess acts of service and then quality time are like the same. You like quality time, but it's more so like when he's done doing everything that he had to do type situation. It's not so much of like, oh, I feel like I just want to spend time with you. It's literally like I've done everything, so now
let me get tired.
yeah, like I've done everything I had to do, so now I kind of want to spend time with you type situation.
Yeah.
Like undivided time. Like he likes spending time with me. That sounds so bad. Like you know
The important stuff is done.
So now I can hang out with you. That sounds so bad. But no, like undivided attention type situation. And then acts of service. Like Trey really don't care. Because he don't ask me to do too much stuff. To be honest, he really doesn't. I ask him to do more stuff than he asks me. He would obviously prefer for me to just do stuff.
Yes.
And it would be great.
Yes.
But that's not like a top priority. It's not like a top thing.
If only you knew.
Shut up.
You need to learn me some more.
No, you like when I do stuff, but that's not for you. Like, you would like me to do the dishes before you get home, but that's not for you. You know? Like, does that make sense?
No.
No? Okay.
It's for me to see a nice, clean house.
Such a man. Anyway.
I mean, I would clean too, but you get off of work at a certain time, and I get off work later.
But
So,
I'll be
yeah.
tired because you get to sleep longer.
Barely.
Barely.
But do you go to sleep
What
when
you
you
mean?
get home?
No. Because I be tired. Like, I don't go to sleep because I'm not sleepy. I do be tired. So you act like I get home earlier and then I can just go straight back to work and start doing dishes. I'm sorry,
I
y'all.
do
We're
that.
having like a mini argument.
I do that.
We're having a mini. No, you.
She yelling at me.
I'm not yelling at you.
Stop yelling
Sorry,
at me.
guys. Back on topic. We just had like a whole mini argument about dishes that don't exist. Anyway,
Dishes do exist.
some of the dishes we're arguing about. Shut
Oh.
up. Anyway. Sorry. I can edit this part out.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about all of them. We pretty much were right. Was I kind of right with yours? Like,
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
where they
I
are?
mean, definitely about the top three are my, like, top one.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's all in one,
and look at us knowing each other.
somewhat.
We're good. We got it. Anyway, so I guess the most problems that people come across is, one, they don't even know about any of this stuff. So, like Trey and I, throughout our relationship, we didn't know about any of this until a little bit later into our relationship, maybe like 2 years ago. So we kind of ran across this information. And then,
it wasn't 2 years ago.
yeah, I'm saying, no, yes, we did. We ran across this information, so we kind of knew about it. But then we went to marriage
Oh,
counseling.
yeah.
But then we went to marriage counseling. We got more into depth about it because this is a huge part of relationships.
Oh, yes.
And I guess the problems that most people run into is, one, they don't even know about this stuff. And then two, when they do find out about it, they want to give their partner the type of love they want instead of the type of love that their partner needs. If that makes any sense. Did I word that right?
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah. So like, for instance, like, because I like quality time, if I feel like I want Trey to love me more, I try to spend quality time with him that same type of quality time when when actuality, he just need me to touch him. I can just walk up in there and be like, hey, what's up? Like, and he'll be like, oh, well, we in love? Like, this what we doing type situation?
When she scratched behind my ear.
Shut up.
My leg get to kicking.
It's so weird. That is not true. Oh, but you want to tell them about the flower situation.
So, this heifer...
Why I gotta be all that? Dang.
This heifer...
and this is explaining, like...
How
giving the wrong type of love because that's what you would want type situation.
So, sometimes I try to be nice and, sweet and stuff like that. And when we were dating and I would go over to Logan's house, I would bring like flowers and whatnot.
And don't start, y'all. They like, oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. Whatever.
Nah. The thing is, like, I remember it, like, the 3 times or 4 times that I got her flowers. She would be like, oh, thank you. She grabs it, hugs me, kiss and whatnot. She sets the flower on the counter. And I see that. I'm like, bet, that's cool. She's probably, just putting it there for now, until tomorrow or, until later on. I come back 2 days later. The flower has not moved. The flower is at the same exact spot. Like, even the earth moves on an accident. This flower has not moved one bit. Then a week later, the flower is still there. It's still there. And the flower is dead. And it's been dead. And she has not moved it. And so, like, I was sporadically, the first time you do it, you're like, okay, maybe she just, maybe she didn't get it. Second time, you like, all right, what's going on? Third time, I'm like, you know what? You just, forget it. I ain't doing this no more. And then the fourth time, I just probably did it again. But after that fourth time, I have not bought you flowers.
And that's
since
good.
Then.
And I don't know why you bought them the second time. Because you guys, to be fair, before we get on to... ooh, Logan ungrateful. Ooh, she ain't sweet. I have expressed to him that I don't care for flowers.
She was lying. I thought she was lying.
Like,
that's why she did.
I have told him. I said, thank you. They are gorgeous. I appreciate it, but I don't know why you spent the money. Because I don't care for flowers. Like, that's not my thing. Like, getting flowers and putting them in a vase. And letting I don't care. And
this is like exactly about what we talking about, because I literally in my head I was like, oh, she don't mean it. I don't think I said she don't mean it. It just went past me. I didn't like.
You just kept registering it because you're like, oh, I would like somebody to bring me something when I come to their house, and I was just like, I don't care about none of this. I'm just glad you came.
Yeah.
Type situation. So, and then you always run into those type of problems, and that's usually why people always get into the point where. Say you bring home a gift for your lady and you're like, and she's just like, I don't care about no gift, and she's still going off and she's still mad. And that's because that's not the way she receives love. Mm-hmm. She doesn't like that. So how about you just listen to what she's saying? Because if she's like, you ain't never home, you ain't never doing this, that means she wants you to be at home, not come home whenever you decide to and bring her flowers or bring her a ring. I'm sure she's going to accept it. But I'm letting you know, you're not getting past the bigger problem. Mm-hmm. If she's complaining about you not doing stuff around the house, that means she wants you to do stuff around the house.
Acts of service.
Not bring her gifts. Mm-hmm. Like, that's just not her way of love.
And it's just amazing to, like, think about this. And if we think back on ours, like, because we learned by trial and error.
Yeah,
but the good thing is, the good thing is we didn't really argue with each other when it came to, like, if you didn't do a certain thing a certain way. We kind of talked it out, and I guess, like, that's the most important thing when we go back to our second episode or first episode where we talked about communication.
First episode,
first episode where we talked about communication and how important it is. So even though, you may not directly tell your lady or your man may not directly tell you, look, I like gifts. Give me gifts. And that most likely won't happen. If you just listen to the things that he says or listen to the things that she say, you can pick up on those things. And you may have to try it out. Be like, all right, this time instead of buying her flowers, I'm going to come home early, 10 minutes early, and I'm going to tell her, hey, I came home 10 minutes early just so I can spend some time with you.
Yeah.
And see how she or he
Yeah,
reacts.
and that works too. You know, like we were saying, you know, for solution problems, like he was just saying, like Trey was saying. Yeah, you can literally do it that way because that's the way we did it. But honestly, you guys, these are cheat codes.
Yes.
Literally, if you feel like you're having these problems where you feel like you're not pleasing one another with anything that you do, literally just sit down and be like, hey, what can I do to show you that I love you or show you love? And literally, if y'all have these conversations, he might go, you know what? I want the opposite of quality time. Like, and she might be like, hey, I want quality time.
Mm-hmm.
So then y'all can just set up days or dates where those things can get accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
If she's like, you know what, when you make me mad and it's not that crucial, literally bringing me home a gift or ice cream or like, and the gift can literally be anything. It doesn't have to be material. Like, it doesn't have to be something expensive. You could be like, you know what, I'm about to go get her favorite bag of chips today.
Mm-hmm.
I know we had an argument yesterday, so I'm going to do that. Maybe that'll lighten the mood or, you know, take down the blow so she won't be in here screaming and hollering at me type situation. You know, it's just little things like that. So, and words of affirmation, literally. Y'all can wake up and both of y'all can have phone breath and look a hot mess. It just be like, you look so nice.
Yeah, your breath smells so good right now.
I don't lie. Like, don't that's too extreme. Because then, well, if the person stop brushing their teeth because they think you like it. Like,
I like when you tell me I'm tall.
But that's, okay. First of all,
I like that.
I never tell him that.
Man, I
because
love that.
that's a super lie.
You know, I be ducking under doors when I walk.
Okay. I don't know why. You can walk straight.
Because I'm tall.
You can walk straight up.
I'm tall.
Anyway. But y'all, that's all we got for y'all this episode. That Kind of Love, episode 3. 3. Do you have any closing remarks, Trey, that you would like to say?
Yeah, I mean, just remember stun on them haters, no matter what.
Yeah. But yes, you can also stun on them haters. Y'all should do that, stun them haters.
But all in all, like, look, to be more serious, the reason why we do this is because we truly want to, not necessarily that we think we're the best couple or we think we got all the information. We just feel that we've grown a lot and we're able to learn from each other. So, you know, we believe in sharing that information, you know, sharing what we love, sharing what we know, sharing what we grow from. So,
and if this can help, I mean, why not share it?
Yeah.
I mean, why have y'all go through the struggles we did to figure each other out or figure out how this was going to work? And we could just literally, like I said at the beginning, these are literally cheat codes, you guys. Like, go back, listen to the podcast a little bit over and over, or literally just go Google it. Because this is information that will truly help you with, literally, even in friendships. It will help you with friendships because your friends need love too. So if you have that friend, like if you have that one friend that's just like, you feel like you can't get through to them or they feel like you're not being a good friend, a good person, because some people just really just want to hang out. Like, literally, that's why you have those certain friends where you could just go for drinks.
Yeah. Oh, so, like, and the good thing is you can literally go by each one and test it. Like, literally, take a pen and paper out real quick, write it down. The first one is words of affirmation. Second one is acts of service. Third one is receiving gifts. Fourth one is quality time. Fifth one is physical touch.
Well, friends, you might not need to do physical touch.
Well, yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's a little weird. But what you can do is literally friends, your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever. You can literally say, all right, this week I'm going to focus on words of affirmation. I'm going to do that every single day. Like something little every single day.
Like 2 compliments a day or
exactly.
something.
And see how they react to it. You know, and of course, the way you know if it was a positive reaction or a negative reaction is what they do to you. When they see you, do they jump on you? Are they so excited to see you? Or they be like...
Are they smiling?
Yeah.
Like, is it effective? Does it change their mood towards you or anything like that?
Exactly. So just try it out. And you can literally go down the list and be like, all right, so this will work. This will work. All right, this one won't.
Like, oh, she don't like that.
Yeah, she don't like that one at all.
Yeah.
Like them damn flowers.
I mean, that's your fault. I told you multiple times that I'm good on flowers.
You need to like what I like. Well, Bring me some stuff. When you mad, bring me some stuff.
No.
Make me happy.
No. Not doing that. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in to That Kind of Love, episode 3. Trey and I really appreciate it.
Word.
So peace, love, happiness. Keep a smile on your face and stay positive. If you don't know your positive, if you don't know your purpose in life, please find it, because your life will be so much better when you find it. Stay swaggy, y'all.
Peace. You be scratching by and got you howling at me when I get in the nighttime. I know you feel it, babe. On the ceiling there ain't no forgiveness when I'm in it, babe. In the nighttime.